Hey, what is going on, guys? This is MythicBurritoz, and thanks so much for tuning back into the channel. And today I'm bringing you guys yet another Modern Warfare Remastered video, and today we're actually going to be doing the 6th episode of our Modern Warfare Remastered gun review. In this episode of the gun review, we're going to be taking a look at one of the most considerably overpowered weapons in the game, the M16. Most players actually associate people who use the M16 as being noobs or crappy players at the game because they don't have any skill to use other assault rifles like a G36C or an M4 or an M40A3, anything like that. They don't have the skill, so they go straight to the M16. But is it really as overpowered as everyone thinks? Let's go take a look at the stats. Now, taking a look at the damage of the M16, it's 48 close range and 38 long range, which is tying it in second. So it's definitely not exactly the power that is making it considerably overpowered. It's pretty surprising to me because I thought it would have been a lot higher on the list. I thought it would have been almost on par with the M14, just because it's mostly a one burst. But no, it's actually tied in second, having subpar damage to the M14, which is not bad, but it's definitely not the highest in the category. Now, moving down to the magazine size, it is actually 30 rounds per magazine, and in my opinion, that is absolutely crazy for the power of this weapon. Obviously, it's realistic, as the M16 always has had 30 rounds per magazine, but like I said, it's really quite insane because of the power of the weapon. Like, it's pretty much a one burst, so you could get 10 kills in one magazine pretty easily. So I personally find that the 30 round magazine is pretty ridiculous, but you know, it's definitely good. Now, moving down to the unlock level, you unlock this gun when you start the game. You have it as a preset class, so it's unlocked at level 1, placing it in first. And I definitely think this is kind of insane, because I remember on the first day Modern Warfare Remastered was out, I was on and every single person was using the M16. Literally everybody was, and it was fucking crazy. You couldn't escape the M16, it was like a fucking virus. You could truly see just how powerful the weapon was when, you know, you're trying to go up against an entire team of people using M16 while you're trying to use an M16. And if you tried to use the MP5, you were fucked pretty much. So yeah, that definitely shows that unlocking the M16 at level 1 is kind of insane, so that I can definitely see is one reason why it's overpowered. Now, moving down to ammo capacity, as always, this is tied in with magazine size, and with the starting ammo, it is 30 and 60, and the max ammo is 30 and 180. So as I've always said in these reviews, definitely go for bandolier. You want to try and get as much ammo as possible, even though you're going to be getting a lot of one bursts and it's not really going to be wasting too much ammo, so 30 and 60 is plenty with the M16. I definitely recommend the bandolier perk because you're going to get a lot more ammo, and if you do miss a lot of shots, like you'll see in this gameplay, I do miss quite a few shots from time to time. It's quite useful, to say the least. Now, moving down to the reload speed, it is definitely good in this category, being 2 seconds when it is loaded, placing it in first, and it is 2.365 seconds when it is unloaded, placing it in second by the smallest margin. Believe it or not, if the unloaded speed had actually been a couple thousandths of a second faster, it actually would have placed first, but the M4 beat it by the smallest margin. You know, in my opinion, I definitely think that if you're worried about the reload speed, you definitely shouldn't be with the M16. It's very, very quick. Even if it did place second in the, you know, the unloaded reload speed, it is still very fast. Again, it's second in a category of 7 weapons. It's very fast. And like I said, it's also thousandths of a second slower than the M4. So it's pretty on par with the M4. So if you think it's a really fast reload speed on the M4, you won't have to worry about the M16. However, if you still want a faster reload speed, definitely go for sleight of hand. It's going to speed it up by 50%, and yeah, go try it out. Moving down to the rate of fire, it is placing second at 957 rounds per minute. Now, I definitely think the rate of fire is fast, and it's one of the main factors that lead to it being an overpowered weapon. Having, you know, subpar damage, but definitely really good damage, not the worst, and having a really high rate of fire and a good, like, time between bursts, like you're able to put out another burst really fast. I definitely think it's one of the major factors of it being considered a really overpowered weapon, being able to get out a lot of lead fast. And moving on to the final category, we are going to be taking a look at the recoil of the M16. which in my opinion is extremely low, placing it in first. The M16 definitely has pretty good recoil. If you're watching the background gameplay, or if you've used the M16 yourself, you'll know that the recoil is extremely low. One of the factors being that it already has low recoil, being non-existent for those 3 shots, but also because it's a burst weapon. Because it's burst, it actually limits your recoil, because it's going to be going back to the default spot where you were aiming originally. So it definitely helps with your accuracy and makes the recoil extremely low for it. So after looking at all of the statistics, where does the M16 place in the category? Unsurprisingly, it places first. Now I guarantee most of you expected that the M16 would be placing first in the entire category, but part of me didn't expect it because I thought there would have been something up there a little bit better, especially with the damage of the M16 actually not being as good as I thought it would have been. I thought it would have been almost on par with the M14 because of the fact that, you know, it's mostly almost seems like a 2-shot kill, but it's really a 3-round burst, so I suppose if all 3 shots connect, you're going to be getting that kill, so I guess it's, you know, pretty average. Now moving on to some perks that I recommend for the M16. One is Bandolier because, you know, more ammo is always better. And double tap is another one because you can speed up the, you know, rate of fire, killing them even faster, and same with stopping power. It's going to be pretty much the same, except instead of getting at a second burst, it's pretty much always going to be a 1 burst unless they have Jug on. And another one is Dead Silence because you can sneak up on enemies, and it's going to be pretty fun to be stealthy with the M16. The Deep Impact is another good one because, you know, it's always good to be able to penetrate through walls. And my last perk is Steady Aim because I feel like it's already accurate enough with hipfire because of its low recoil, and it's pretty accurate with that, but why not increase that with Steady Aim? But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, and let me know down in the comments below, do you think the M16 is a pretty average assault rifle, or is it extremely overpowered? But yeah, that's going to be about it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.